Hello and welcome back. Today we are going to highlight Slither Wing, who in Regulation C is ripe to become a serious meta threat. Typically regarded as a lower tier Paradox Pokemon, Slither Wing's bug fighting typing is what is going to push it over the edge in Regulation C. Regulation C introduced the 4 Ruin Legends, all of which share the Dark typing, allowing Slither Wing to nuke them with Dual Stab, Close Combat, and Leech Life. Use Terra Fire to resist oncoming Heat Waves from Chi-Yu, as well as Fluttermane's various Fairy moves. Add on Flare Blitz to OHKO offensive Fluttermane and Golden Go, and 2-hit KO Amoonguss even if it holds a covered berry. Let's hop into 4 games using Slither Wing. Alright, first game. First team we play against is a Trick Room hybrid. He's got 4 Pokemon that can really shine out of Trick Room with Chi-Yu, Great Tusk, Tatsugiri, and Dondozo. He's got 2 Pokemon that set up Trick Room really well, and a third that can thrive as well, due to its speed. I see his team, and I think that his Trick Room mode is not as strong as his non-Trick Room mode, so I kind of prepare more in my lead against his non-Trick Room mode. Fortunately, he does lead his Trick Room mode. This tells me, though, that he has Dondozo in the back, and at this time, I'm thinking Tatsugiri. I Ice Spinner into the Amoonguss anyways, and it kills. Now, I alternate between 2 spreads on Amoonguss. One, it'll never KO. One, it'll 50% chance to KO. I think with the Chien-Pao being legal now in Regulation C, you should always at least be aware of your calc. But I think you should hit that, alright, it never kills unless it's Life Orb or some boosting. You should always just try to survive that Ice Spinner. I could see, though, that on a team like this, maybe you are more SPDF invested, because something like a Heat Wave Dazzling Gleam is not fun to deal with, especially with like a Great Tusk that doesn't have a lot of SPDF. And so maybe that's what he's going for, and that's why it makes more sense on his team. But I pick up the KO, and I get good damage on Hatterene. Turn 2, he goes Chi-Yu. So that tells me that he has no Tatsugiri, probably still has Dondozo still. This turn, I'm never going to be... My Chien-Pao is dead meat if I just leave it here. So I protect, because I don't want to swap out and let Amoonguss take a lot of damage. And I have, I believe, Fluttermane. But it doesn't matter right now. Leech to kill, because I know I'm always going to be slower than his Chi-Yu. Dondozo comes. I swap to Palafin. Sorry, I said Fluttermane. I meant Palafin. I didn't want to take damage on it regardless. He wave crashes. I think in my head I kind of messed up that his Dondozo, that Trick Room was so up and Dondozo. So I let Slither Wing die for free. But I didn't really have another play against that right now. So it doesn't matter. Yeah, 45. I didn't want to take a Gleam and a Heat Wave. Would not have loved it. So now I I go into Amoonguss, swap Palafin out. He protects against a Spore. I know he's Terra Grass because we had open team sheets, and he wave crashes. Here I can simply just go for Protect, Spore, and I pick up a KO on Dondozo this following turn. Here I Jet Punch, and I don't Pollen Puff, because in case he wakes up and Dark Pulse kills, and then he gets a Heat Wave crit or something, I didn't want to play that. I would have said if he wakes up, and I put him back to sleep, and it's fine. Can't KO both of them in one turn. Heat Wave won't kill. So, it doesn't matter much, but it's key to always think like that. Think about what could he do if he does. So that's the first game. Slither Wing opened up the ability and killed Hatterene entirely, and had the ability to kill Chi-Yu under Trick Room, right? And it was very helpful in this game. Game 2. This looks like a death matchup. He's got Gastrodon, Amoonguss, Golden Go. He can just, he's free. But something's key. I know he doesn't have Taunt, which means my Amoonguss is very good. He's only got 2 real threats that can take on my Amoonguss. Throat Chop, 50%. can't Will-O-Wisp because I'm Terrifier, and I Wave Crash. I Wave Crash because I didn't want him to get Golden Go to Terra and live at Throat Chop if he stayed in. I lose nothing by going for Wave Crash, because if I were to have swapped into a Moongus or Slither Wing, and he stays in with Golden Go and Terra, it would have been bad. So this just covers my bases. Here I kind of am knowing that he's going to go for Earth Power. I kind of he knows. I expected a Brave Bird or a Will-O-Wisp. I expected a Will-O-Wisp. I didn't expect Tailwind, but that's fine. Tailwind won't matter as much. His team is so low that it's not going to matter, but unless he got Golden Go in. So now I can swap Qianpao into Slither Wing, so that if he were to Brave Bird, Amoonguss wouldn't die because Spadef lowered, right? So I get it in on a resisted hit, only takes 15%, and I get Leaf Storm off to kill Gastrodon. Meaning my Palafin now at 100% is able to do a lot of damage. He does a very good play here, knowing that he's got enough to live on Golden Go with Flare Blitz, which, depending on his bulk and depending on a couple other things, it just didn't pick up the KO. So he can Spore, Nice Side Pollen Puff, so that any Make It Rains. See here, this does 96%. If there wasn't the Side Pollen Puff, I would have died. And that matters because I need to lower his special attack as much as I can before having a Pokemon swap in. But he gets the Pollen Puff off. I get a Pollen Puff off. And this means that he has to Make It Rain again. He couldn't go for a Shadow Ball or something like that. And it takes 75%. 78%. Now this turn, I have to think it was a misclick, because you burn your Terra and you Rage Powder. But I guess he didn't Rage Powder. So it wouldn't, maybe it was, I take it back. Wasn't a misclick. He wanted to Terra so that he would live Ice Spinner. I kind of expected that. Something that's interesting here, though, is that 46% on Throat Chop, depending on spreads, on a common spread, is Mineral. And Wave Crash doing 54% is Max Roll. So I thought that was interesting. And here I can just Jet Punch, minus defense still, and I just win this game. I had thought he had Rage Powdered, but turns out he had not. So it wasn't as bad of a play. This was actually a good play. This is one of the ones that I was considering and hoping he wouldn't make, because then it does come down to can Throat Chop and Wave Crash kill. Most of the time, yes. After I saw Throat Chop min-rolling, I thought I had lost because of that. Because he just puts Palafin or even Qianpao to sleep and just can win from there. Alright, third game. This is the same 6, I believe, that just won Knoxville. But his sets are different. He's Assault Vest, Iron Hands. I think this is the same 6. Now, someone else is going to tell me. But, Palafin, and then Iron Hands. And this. So I swap my Palafin, expecting if he Wild Charges, I know my Fluttermane can live a hit. If he fakes out into either Pokemon, that's fine. And he does. He fakes out into Slither Wing. Here I Terra Fire as he Terra Grasses, and he protects Fluttermane. He Terra Grasses so that my Moonblast doesn't do as much, and he's Assault Vest, so it would probably be 2-hit KO maybe. And I Terra Fire so that any Moonblast or Dazzling Gleam, I believe he's Moonblast, just didn't do as much, right? I protect as he's going to Wild Charge into Slap. Now I know that I live because I'm bulky. He doesn't know that yet. He Shadow Balls, I live. I bring it down to its Sash, which is very important. And I Flare Blitz. I could have doubled up into the Fluttermane slot, gained the KO, and sacking my Fluttermane. But this chip on Palafin is going to be very important, as we'll see later. I swap out my Slither Wing and go for Protect, because this covers for whoever he wants to target with Jet Punch or Wave Crash. He swaps into Iron Hands because he doesn't want to get Jet Punched, and I just go for Double Protect because I lose nothing. I mean, I'm going to lose my Flutter Mane this turn. I'd rather lose my Flutter Mane than taking damage on anything else. He'll Jet Punch. I Wave Crash, and we see now why that chip was important, because it's a 2-hit KO. Chien-Pao comes out. Now, I'm going to Double Protect here, because I don't want to get faked out attacked, play 50-50s. He doesn't even go for fake out, though. He tries to bring me down to a stash. So Arcanine can come out. And he Jet Punches now. Ice Spinner. I always want to just... I don't really... at these positions, I don't really need to predict what he's going to do. I Protect. As he fakes out into that slot, Extreme Speeds into the Chien-Pao's Protect. Flutter Mane comes out. I Ice Spinner. Kill it. Flare Blitz. Now this may look like... oh, why would he not just get the Chien-Pao kill? My guess is he expected me to swap in another slot. But Flare Blitz is going to do 43%. I could have close combat. But I didn't want Iron Hands to swap in, potentially. I Protect against a Fake Out Extreme Speed, which would have been able to pick up KO for free. I go Palafin, Extreme Speeds, Throat Chop. And at this point, this game is sealed. Wave Crash, 32%. Leech Life will heal me. Wild Charge. And it's impossible, even if he targeted Slither Wing, and even if it kills Slither Wing, Wave Crash would have gotten the kill. So this game's over. And now the last game. This is basically a mirror match, but one difference. I have Slither Wing. He has Dragonite. Something key in mirror matches is utilizing your differences to get an advantage. So we'll see, we both, in a way, try to do that. He goes Palafin, Dragonite, I go Moongus Slither Wing. Now he goes into Chien-Pao, turn 1, gets his Palafin 0 to hero, he gets the defense thing, and I Protect because I know I don't live Extreme Speed, but on my Moongus, we'll see this. A Moongus should live unless he gets a 6.3% roll. 6.3% roll, 4% crit, 10% chance I die. 90% chance I don't die. Puts me in a very bad position. I think I had already, I already lost this position is what I was thinking. But, do I? Terra Normal, Sucker Punch. Now, I Ice Spinner, and Close Combat. Because Ice Spinner, as we see, it did 47%. Oh. I went too far back. We see here it does 47%. Would not have KO'd. So that's why I needed to double into it, even if he didn't Terra. Crit does not matter. Slither Wing's so strong. I go into Arcanine, kind of saying, alright, there's a high chance that he probably Wave Crashes or just something into that slot. I'd rather get this attack off now. It's not going to do... Arcanine's not going to do much against their Arcanine or their Palafin. But it can get this Intimidate off. So I get that, and he Jet Punches into this. And you might be thinking, oh, why would he Jet Punch into that slot and not the other slot? Because he does not have Sacred Sword on this Chien-Pao. He has Icicle Crash, I believe, but Ice Move, Sucker Punch, and Throat Chop. Ice Spinner. Okay, so he's Ice Spinner, yeah. Ice Spinner, dual Dark, sorry, not target. Chien-Pao. And he Throat Chops into that slot. I Extreme Speed to get damage off, because I know it's faster than his Jet Punch. and I just get damage. Unfortunately, I don't 2-hit KO. I think in hindsight, knowing I don't 2-hit KO... Actually, no. I was thinking maybe because it doesn't 2-hit KO, I should take the kill on Shinpao. But I think getting this position is better. Now he goes for Sucker Punch, but it will never KO. Me, I can Ice Spinner. I can live his Specs Power Gem. Specs Power Gem, I live. Flare Blitz, and we will lock up the 4th game. So while Slither Wing may not have gone any crazy sweeps in these 4 games, I think these 4 games showcase the ability that Slither Wing has to thrive, the potential it has in a metagame such that you just allowed 4 dark types. If you enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like and a comment. Helps out with the algorithm. Check out my other videos.